All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, there is serious tension between the northern faction of the APC and the southwest faction of the party right now because their entire agreement seems to be falling apart. When they came together to hijack power in 2014, their plan was to continue to rotate power between themselves. That is the Hausa Fulanis and the Yorubas. Their agreement was to hold all other ethnic groups in Nigeria hostage. That is what they have always been doing in this country. But Hausa Fulanis have now come out to call the TINUBU administration a Yoruba government, just as many Yorubas called the Buhari administration a Hausa Fulani government, especially after the discussion about dividing Nigeria into regions. As soon as the discussion took over the internet last night, many Hausa people became so angry at the prospect of seeing their hold on Nigeria broken, because these are the laziest set of guys in this country and they get the most benefit from the country. As we speak, the relationship between the northern and southwest APC is a total mess. The Arewa online community released a statement heavily criticizing the TINUBU regime. This is the same platform that promoted the Muslim ticket. They kept talking about religion, bigotry, and all. They promoted it the most last year. Now it has turned around to call it a Yoruba ticket, that this is a Yoruba government. And many Hausa Fulanis reacted to that statement, confessing how bitter they are about the TINUBU administration. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe strongly that we are in the last days of the APC. And some obedience came into the comment section and began to mock them. They said, enjoy your Muslim ticket, since bigotry was all that you stood for. Before I show you that post by Arewa community and how Northerners and other Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you these updates. Unizik convocation. I will create 40 million jobs in 4 years. TINUBU. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said he will create a total of 40 million jobs within his 4 years in office. He noted that the feat will be achieved under the Labour and Empowerment Enhancement Program, LEAP. Tinubu disclosed this at Nnamdi Azikiwe University Awka 18th convocation ceremony held at the Varsity Convocation Arena on Friday. It is imperative to know that education cannot be considered in isolation from the labor market, which is to absorb the products from the various tiers of education. In this regard, the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment recently inaugurated the Labour Employment Enhancement Program, LEAP, whose intent is to create 10 million jobs through 2.5 million jobs annually for the next 4 years. This program aims to train and equip young Nigerians with the necessary tools and opportunities for employment and, importantly, self-employment through the strategies of digital skills initiatives, vocational entrepreneurial skills programs, infrastructure updates, and the National Electronic Labour Exchange, NELEX, he said. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet by Mr. Incredible says, in 2 years, 362 days, you have used 1 year already. Or have you forgotten? You are still talking about 4 years. You are about living there. And Osho replied, he said, in the 1 year, people have lost jobs. Instead, that is it. A man who has created serious record level of unemployment, with multinationals shutting down and leaving Nigeria, is here bluffing that he wants to create 40 million jobs. And this tweet by Tunde Rabiu Musa says, 1 year is gone. You did not create 50 jobs. Instead, you rendered the ones that had jobless. This man is just more or less a clown. If you can create 10,000 jobs in your entire 4 years, we will celebrate you as the hero of Nigerian democracy. That is it, because he cannot. And Olawumi Mide here says, more than 40 million jobs already lost in the 4 years. Wow. And Olatunji here says, create 40 first. Don't rush to create 40 million. Create 40 jobs first. 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 40. Because people are losing jobs daily. And this tweet by Oti says, Your first year in office, you created more poverty than has ever been experienced by Nigerians. More than 40 million families and counting have fallen below the poverty level. That is it. And you are here talking about creating 40 million jobs. We are already in your second year, and there is no sign that you can stabilize any sector in the next 12 months, let alone improve it. Nigerians, it is all propaganda. Get prepared to kick the APC out. Now, let us look at that statement by Arewa Twitter, the largest online Hausa Fulani community, practically talking about how the relationship between TINUBU and Arewa has failed. Let's take a look. Arewa Twitter: this Yoruba government wants to dismantle the North logically. These people know exactly what they are doing. Our northern leaders, elders, and youth are hungry people, those that supported APC. They collected APC spaghetti and Tinubu's money, so they can't say anything. Oh, now it's confession time. And this tweet by Malam Taura Naziru says, he has openly declared that he didn't believe in one Nigeria, and that if he has his way, he will bring back the old national anthem. He is empowered to execute his long-time ambitions, which he has started. I don't blame him though, cause the North refuses to get its acts right. Oh, now you are talking. And this tweet by Buhari Shafi says, North is long dismantled. We rule the most since independence, and we are the most lacking in everything. The issue is either we don't like ourselves, or we are led by people who like themselves more than they like us. Those amongst us who benefit from our misery are our problem. That is it. Confession time. But Menelik here says, you have to stop discrediting this government. You can't be using religion and ethnicity to polarize the country. Stop this and enjoy the good governance the beloved religion is offering. You will all learn from your ethno-religious stupidity by force. We are here. And Menelik attached a tweet from this same platform where it wrote, Christian ticket was a norm. The only reason Bat and Shetima ticket is giving them headache is because they don't like Islam. It was this same platform when it was promoting the Muslim ticket last year that wrote this. When we were trying to tell them that let's look at competence, we are looking at fixing this country, they say no, it's all about Muslim ticket. Now he is being reminded of his old tweet. And in other news, the Nigerian Labour Congress has declared that a nationwide strike would commence on Monday next week. When we say these guys don't care, they will say we are not considerate. Now look at how the federal government approached the last meeting they had before Labour declared that strike. The last opportunity they had, to stop the strike. Look at how they approached it.
In that meeting of Tuesday, it was deadlocked. So when that happened on Tuesday, so we told them that until they renew their mandate, that is not okay for us to be on the table without each side moving. That they should go and renew their mandate, that whenever they are ready, that they should get back to us. So our thinking was that they were ready when they sent out an invite that we should come to the meeting today. So we got to the meeting today. It was all stories and stories and stories. And even in that meeting, as it has the characteristics of the governors, the 6 of them, they were in there. The minister, out of the 3 ministers that are members of that committee, of the tripartite committee, only one, the Minister of State Labor, was there. And she's a conciliator. She's a conciliator naturally, trying to bring both sides together. So there was really nobody there from the federal side to make a substantive offer.
Can you see that? Can you see the way the minimum wage issue is being handled? Can you see the degree of levity in the handling of the matter? This is what you get when you have people in power who are there for themselves. They don't care about the people. They don't have time for the masses. And of course, let me remind you that all those who were supposed to be at that meeting who were absent have been paid heavily to be part of that panel, because 1 billion naira was released to constitute the minimum wage tripartite committee. The office of the SGF, George Akume alone, collected 1 billion naira. Other offices collected money just to set up the committee. So every member of that committee was heavily paid. yet they cannot turn up because they know that it is all a joke. This is what Nigeria has been reduced to under the APC. RLY is complaining, Southwest is complaining, Southeast, South, everywhere in Nigeria complaining about hardship, about failure of government, and all manner of other complaints. This is what the APC stands for. They have come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And I keep telling Nigerians, no matter how strong a group of people, they cannot be stronger than the collective. The reason why it appears as if these politicians are invincible is because of the hatred in the hearts of the people. The people hate one another so much, so they cannot bond, they cannot unite and demand better lives for themselves. Just imagine that level of stupidity. If the people would cast aside this hatred and all these aboriginal sentiments of tribe and religion and say no, and they put their foot down and say enough is enough, we cannot be suffering in a land of plenty. You will see how these politicians will panic, and you see the reality of the people taking their country back. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away. Don't go